Hey, welcome to Wolf's Watch. I'm Wolf. Thank you for being here today. Just wanted to show you. Hope the camera picks it up. Here in the background is the San Bernardino Mountains foothills, and you can't see them because of the forest fires and the dust that is raining down on this area. I'm in Ontario, California. Here, we're over by the airport, just south of literally just south of the Interstate 10 in East Los Angeles in Ontario. I'm stumbling on this because it's a beautiful sunset, and it's just what I wanted to share with you was I'm driving out here to have dinner with a friend of mine who's in town for some work. Used to live here, now lives out in Dallas, and it was great. He's in town, so we're going to have dinner tonight. It's only a 2 hour and 45-minute drive in Friday LA traffic. And when I got here, I was starting to watch the sunset, and it just astounded me how one part of the sky is just totally brown and white and gray dust. And then you can see the sun starting to set in that. But to the south of where the sun is setting, it's blue sky because the dust hasn't blown over there yet. And I can feel it in the back of my throat. The closer I got in here, the more I could kind of start tasting it in my mouth, even though we had the air conditioning turned on and the filters are turned on in the car, and still it's getting through. Standing on here can really feel it now. You're going to keep this short because I don't have a something to filter that with. But it's just in watching this, it's just amazing how devastating and huge the areas that's covered by the forest fire. And this is just one of three. We're not too far from, I believe it's the line fire out, what they call the line fire out here. There's several more. It's fire season. And we don't know what the causes were just yet. You know, if they were started by people. A lot of the fires we've had in the last several years have been started by arson or carelessness. And there's lots of fuel because these are areas that haven't burned and haven't been maintained through burning. So there's a lot of fuel. Makes it very challenging. And this time of year, it's hot, dry. This is our hottest time of year. It's dry. The winds get whipping out from the desert. You have the hot, dry air, and just it's unbelievable. So, not to turn this into a lecture on what the forest fires are like, but what I wanted to ask you is like, what is the most important question? This was something I was thinking about in live stream that I was listening to on the way out here, and what is the most important question with what you are doing right now, with the work, what you've got coming up this weekend? What are you doing with your life, with your work in the coming week? What is the most important question around that? And how are you setting aside time to work on that as a leader? How are you setting aside time to have conversations like that with your team, to talk about what are the most important questions, to reassess that, to make sure, are we asking the most powerful questions? Are we focused on the most important question? Because leverage is massive for having a high performing team, for being highly focused. And I got really highly focused on attempting to get a good shot. I don't have cameras or really the skill, even if I had the cameras, to do that here, to capture the stark beauty, the devastating effect of the soot fallout here from the forest fires that are up here in these mountains. You may be able to see, might not be able to see behind me. And I was thinking about, where's my most important question with why I'm here tonight? And it's to have dinner with my friend. It is someone who's become a mentor and close friend. So I'm looking forward to having dinner because it's going to be one of those kind of conversations that will leave me with, hair standing up on my arms and goosebumps every time I reflect on it or share some of the things that we talked about probably for months or years. Because this is someone that we always have those kind of conversations, which is why I like to spend time around this person. So the most important question for me is, what do I contribute to that so that I'm not just taking from the friendship? What's your most important question with what you're doing just for the rest of the day? Ponder it. I want to hear about that. Put it in the comments. In if you're out in wilderness, wherever you're at, hopefully you get a chance to. It's, to me, that's really important in terms of my how do I reflect? How do I calm down? How do I get centered, connected to the world around me? But when you aren't, and be careful. We're in fire season. Where you're at, probably the same. Even if it's an area where we get a lot of rain, this is most likely August, September. For us, even in October, is most likely the time that you have the highest fire hazard. So, have a fabulous Friday. I will talk with you soon, and thank you for being part of Wolf's Watch.